Welcome back to VJs Corner. Tonight, we're sharing a tale where the supposed safety of home cracks open, and the everyday comfort of routine gives way to a gnawing, cold terror. This isn't just a story about shadows. It's about a pattern and the chilling realization that you've been the star of someone else's dark routine. Before the fear set in, there was only exhaustion. I was 35, a young mother of 4 kids, all under 7. Sleep was a myth. And in that perpetual state of depletion, the world often played tricks on my eyes. My husband had recently taken a graveyard shift, working 30 minutes away. So, my nights were spent alone, after the last child was finally settled. It was a routine of quiet desperation, and it often led to comical, harmless mistakes. I used to post these small, funny incidents on Facebook, like jumping out of my skin because I thought I saw a person staring in the glass of the back door, only to realize I wasn't wearing my glasses, and it was my own frazzled reflection. I created a pattern of being easily startled, easily tricked. And for a while, those little jump scares were a kind of comfort proof that the danger was all in my tired head. But somewhere, in the dark corners of the internet, or maybe even closer, someone was watching my routine. Someone was learning the exact moment my defenses were down. It was around midnight. The house was finally silent. I was lying in bed, the window covered by thin curtains. Our streetlights cast long, watery shadows onto the bedroom wall. I wasn't wearing my glasses, and because of the thousands of times my own reflection had fooled me, when I saw a shadow move across the wall, a distinct, tall, human-shaped shadow, my first thought was that familiar, tired dismissal. "It's nothing. You're seeing things again." But the shadow didn't look back. It was moving too slow, too deliberately. I stopped breathing. I concentrated with every ounce of my exhausted will. My eyes locked onto the spot where the light from the outside lamp hit the wall. And then, I saw it again. The same shadow, moving back in the opposite direction. It was a patrol. A slow, careful survey of the window line. This wasn't my reflection. This was real. A wave of pure, cold panic hit me. I scrambled for my phone. I called my dad, who thankfully lived only 7 minutes away, and then I called the police. My father arrived first. He was quiet, serious, and carrying his firearm. He checked the yard quickly, but saw nothing. Just as he came back inside, the officer arrived. I stammered out the story, the shadows, the pacing, the absolute certainty I felt. The officer went out back. While he was gone, I made the call to my husband. I told him what happened. I've never heard him cut a conversation so short. "I'm coming home now." The officer soon returned, his expression bored. "Didn't see any sign of disturbance, ma'am. No footprints in the dew. Nothing to suggest anyone was back there." That detail, the lack of footprints, it hit me right in the gut. My dad had just been out there. It was a cool night. The lawn was already damp with dew, and prints would have been instantly visible. The officer hadn't looked hard. Or worse, he hadn't cared. My dad and I exchanged a chilling, knowing glance. We thanked the officer, and he drove away, leaving us feeling profoundly, dangerously alone. My dad insisted on staying until my husband arrived. We waited in silence, the air thick with unspoken fear. It should have taken my husband 30 minutes to get home. He made it in 15. He flew into the driveway, adrenaline pumping, and without even saying hello, he went straight out the back door to check the yard himself. And that's when the absolute silence of the suburban night was shattered. He heard it. The noise. A bump against our fence, and then the sound of someone scrambling, running full out down the dark alleyway behind our house. My husband sprinted to the fence, screaming things into the darkness I won't repeat here. But the message was clear. Go. And don't come back. He stayed up all night, patrolling the yard, waiting for the return that never came. The police officer saw no footprints, but my husband heard the running. The difference between those two realities is everything. If my husband hadn't sped home, if I had simply trusted the officer's casual assessment, that unknown visitor would have stayed. God knows what would have happened when the sun finally came up. I stopped posting those funnies immediately. I understood then that my simple jokes about being a tired mom were creating a map for someone dangerous. I had told the world when I was alone, when I was vulnerable, and when I was prone to dismiss strange sights. The watcher in the alley taught me a lesson that night. Sometimes, the most terrifying thing you see in the dark isn't your reflection. It's the confirmation that you're not seeing things at all. And the realization that your small, harmless patterns can be twisted into a terrifying schedule for someone waiting just beyond the fence. That's it for tonight's corner. Lock your doors, check your windows, and remember, not every shadow is a mistake. Sleep tight. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.